Welcome back to another cozy vlog. Shadow's here. Hi, bye-byes. He's having one of his moments. I just wrapped up work for the day and I have a recipe that I've been meaning to make for a couple of days. I have like half of the ingredients, but I just need to go pick up a couple more things. It is a chicken dish and then a really yummy winter vegetable salad from this cookbook, Dinner by Melissa Clark. I've made it multiple times. It's so good. It's like a sesame chicken recipe with dates and cashews. And then the winter veggie salad is like kale, Brussels sprouts, leafy lettuce with like a kind of Asian fish sauce. And I always make them together because they just are really good together. And then I'll make some rice. I'm going to go run to the store really quick. And I truly just need like a small handful of items. So something I've had on my list for quite a while is to fix up a couple of pieces of clothing that I have. And for a while I was thinking like, oh, I'll just drop them off at a local alterations place. Like, probably won't cost that much. It's worth the money, which I'm sure is true. But also some of this stuff I'm like, I could do this myself. So I thrifted this beautiful silky piece a while ago. I've worn it a couple times and I absolutely love it. But I can't really clasp it because all of these, I think these are called frog clasp. All of these pieces on the right hand side are basically falling off. And there's nothing to keep it like in place. Basically they just like fall right off. So I really just need to sew these on a little bit. It's pretty much all of them but the top one that are like quite literally hanging on by a thread. I have this tiny little travel sewing kit that my mom gave me randomly at some point in time. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like from the 80s or something. Moon is clawing at my leg. Yeah, I see you. Okay, now that I look at it, they're kind of falling off on the left side too. So I think I can fix this up pretty easily. The other change that I do want to make with this is that the sleeves are super long, which is a problem that I always have on most pieces of clothing. And I really... Moon! You guys, she is driving me crazy recently. I don't know if I need to get some new toys for her or what, but like if she's not sitting on my lap at all times, she's following me around everywhere I go, biting on my ankles and clawing my legs. And like, I don't know what she needs from me. I don't know what you need from me, but you're driving me crazy. She was just at the vet like a couple of weeks ago. She's healthy as a horse or whatever the phrase is. I want to shorten the sleeves quite a bit, which I'm a little nervous about just because of the fabric. I do have a sewing machine. I just haven't used it in a really long time. But I think that's one of those crafty things that I'd really like to kind of revive this winter in the cozy season. My main hesitation with my sewing machine and starting projects on it is honestly the cats, because I can't just like start a project and leave it out. Like I have to put everything away every single time I get it out, which is really annoying. In my dream scenario, I live in like a 2-bedroom house or apartment where I have a craft room where I can close the door and keep the cats out, but obviously that's just not my current situation. So I think I just need to be kind of strategic on like, okay, this is what I'm doing this Saturday afternoon, and then I put everything away when I'm done. Anyway, so I haven't used my sewing machine in years. Kind of cuffing and hemming something up should be pretty easy, even if it's kind of just tacking it, because this is also the kind of material that doesn't stay on its own, right? Like I've worn it out a couple of times, and by the end of the day, the sleeves have just kind of undone themselves because it's so silky. I've got a little bit of time before I'm going to dinner and a comedy show with a friend of mine tonight, so I'm gonna see if I can get these clasps in order. Good morning. Happy Saturday. It is Saturday. It is like 12:15, I think. The only solid plan, like appointment I have today is that I have an acupuncture appointment at 3:15. I just put in a bagel pickup order at my favorite bagel shop and an iced vanilla latte, which I'm so excited about. There's some places, and they're always the places that are like not really coffee shop, like they're not a specialty coffee shop. It's like a place that does food and they also do coffee. But there's something about those places that have like their vanilla lattes taste like melted coffee ice cream to me. I think it's because it's maybe like a cheaper vanilla syrup or something, and I love it so much. Like I honestly kind of prefer that to like a fancy specialty coffee shop that has like probably very nice, expensive, real vanilla syrup. I like the fake stuff. It's kind of the same way I feel about maple syrup. Like I like fake maple syrup, pancake syrup, not maple syrup. Anyway, the other things kind of on my list are actually to go back to IKEA. I was just there on Tuesday. The lights that I picked up are in fact not the lights that I wanted, which in my last video, I was looking at them and I was like, why is the picture showing them red? I tested them out and they are like color changing lights, which I hate. I'm going to return those, but I'm also going to get some of their really cute kind of Christmas like paper star lantern shades. I was looking at them when I was there the other day and almost got some, and then I decided not to. And then I saw a video pop up on my TikTok page yesterday of like just some girl styling them in the cutest way. It inspired me and I really want to do that. I'm going to hang them from the ceiling in front of my big window up here. I think probably like 3 of them. And I just think it's going to look really cute. And then I might probably do my like Christmas tree setup and decorating this weekend too. Okay, so I got back home from my appointment and errands a while ago. I had some dinner, and now I'm kind of ready to get into the decorating spirit. Here's the plan of action, I think. Well, first I'm going to make a cup of coffee, and then I'm going to put together the Christmas tree first to get a gauge of how big it is. And then I think what I'm going to do is move that plant probably into my bedroom. Move the corner or the cabinet into the corner, kind of at an angle. And I think that might allow enough space to put the Christmas tree here and hopefully not have to move the lanterns, although I can move the lanterns if I have to. And then after I get that kind of semi-placed, I have the cute little lights from IKEA. I was being really indecisive at the store because they only had like certain patterns and certain sizes. So I got 2 small ones and 2 big ones. I do kind of wish I had gotten one of the kind of like diamond shaped ones too, but I'm sure these are going to be super cute. So I've got one of the small kind of like red and green polka dotted one of the small white ones with kind of like an embroidery snowflake kind of look to it, one of the big red and white checkered ones, and then one of the big gold one. I don't know, so I'm planning to put them in front of this big window here. I don't know if I'll have room for all 4 or maybe just 3. We'll see. I'm going to play around with them a little bit. And then I also got the battery operated puck lights. So I saw this TikTok video yesterday, and how this girl did it was basically like using a bunch of masking tape to attach these remote controlled puck lights to the like wire frame that's on the inside of the star lantern. So that's what I'm going to try as well. And then it has a remote so that I can just turn them on and off instead of having to putz with like cords and all of that stuff. I stopped at Michael's to get some Christmas tree lights because I returned the ones that I had gotten from IKEA. Kind of classic wire and like a warm light. They have different settings, I think, like blinking versus just on or whatever. 8 light modes, my God. Steady on, twinkle, glisten, waves, sequential, chasing, fade, and combination. That's doing too much in my opinion, but I'll test them all out and see which ones I like. I also got some command hooks for hanging them from the ceiling. I got some tape. Oh no, yeah, that's masking tape. There's been situations recently that I've needed blue painter's tape for something or another, and I don't have any, so I got another roll of that too. Not that I plan to paint anytime soon. I would love to paint this apartment so bad. I mean, the color that's in here is a nice neutral, but I would love to paint it. But the building manager told me when I moved in, because I asked, I said, can I paint it? And she was like, well, you can, but you'll have to pay our professional guys to paint it back before you move out. And I don't want to do that. I suppose I could always just lose my security deposit. Anyway, an absurd number of batteries, both AA and AAA. I kind of just, I don't know, I saw these in the aisle and I was like, you know what, I feel like I'm constantly having to buy batteries. I don't know why. Anyway, I went ham on the batteries. I'm excited to get going on all these decorations and see how far I get tonight. So let me go make that cup of coffee and get started. How cute is it in here right now? Oh my God, it's so cozy. So obviously I've done pretty much everything except for putting ornaments on the tree. So I'll save that for tomorrow. Honestly, this turned out so much better than I thought it was going to. Also, when I first put up the lights, I thought it was really going to bug me that they're all hanging at an angle. And I still don't understand why they're doing that. I couldn't get them to be any other way, but I don't think it's going to bother me. I think they're super cute. It's making me want something like that there all the time. Maybe not as obviously like Christmas oriented. My friends and I have been talking about doing some sort of craft night too in the next couple weeks that's more like handmade Christmas kind of decorations, like felt stars and, colored paper chains or like that kind of a thing. Maybe like drying some orange slices. So I'm hoping that we still find some time to do that in the next couple weeks, because I just think that would be a cute little girls crafty night. This is it. I've been watching Girls in the background as I've been doing this. I've watched the first couple of seasons multiple times, but I've never made it through to the end of the series. I think I'm in the middle or almost towards the end of season 3 right now. I think it's already like 9 o'clock or something, so I'm just gonna chill out for the rest of the night, maybe probably do some knitting. For some reason, I found myself like putting off putting the ornaments on the tree. I really don't know why. I've just been like avoiding it. Maybe I'm just prolonging the fun, but I put on the Charlie Brown Christmas record, which is so funny. Like I have never been this kind of Christmas person, like maybe when I was a kid, to be listening to Christmas music before Thanksgiving. But the Vince Guaraldi Trio record isn't really like, I mean, it is Christmas music, but it's more just like jazzy, nice background noise, not like pops or anything. But anyway, I'm gonna get this box open and start putting on the ornaments. How cute is this? Oh, it's so cute. How sad is it though to live alone and just have one single stocking with your name up on it? Like, that seems kind of sad, no? But it's so cute. Okay, I'll ask some friends, be like, is this sad or is this cute to put this up somewhere? I don't know where I would put it, but I'd find a place. Well, that was pretty quick and easy. I mean, there wasn't a ton of ornaments and the tree is quite small. I think that's as much as I'm going to do. There's still a handful left in the box, just like 5 or 6 or 7 or so. But I don't want to overload it too much. You know, it's a small tree. It doesn't need that many ornaments. But yeah, I think it's sweet. I'm not going to put this one on, but look at this one from Baby's First Christmas. I was such a chubby baby. I was a pretty happy baby, I think. And one of the stars, the gold star, fell down and ripped a little bit off of the ceiling. But shh, don't tell anyone. I'll try and cover it up somehow. I don't know if I want to put another hook back up there again. I mean, the first layer of the ceiling has been peeled away, so maybe it would stick to the second layer.